Oh, sorry, I think it might have said 90. It's 98 I'm going through. 98, I had a couple of moles on my abdomen. They were very big and embarrassing. So I went to the general hospital. It was probably around August to a kind of a dermatologist. Yeah, it would have been a dermatologist. I kind of had them get a surgical removal, but under local anaesthetic. And as I said, this was a general hospital now. I was treated fairly well there. I can't complain really. This is the difference because I'm mostly in so-called psychiatrics where I have a physical problem, but they haven't got a clue what they're doing. We went there. Some student doctor from Denmark, as far as I remember, asked me just basically how many when you've been in hospital or whatever medication and so on and so forth. And then I got to see the dermatologist. She's just kind of, what's the words? I can't think because I'm on the spot here. There's a name for her. She was in charge, obviously, but there was another doctor, he was male, he was working under, she would be kind of his, obviously superior, but that's another word for an artist. He was doing the surgery, he was using kind of a scalpel, so I don't know, something cutting thing. And he was also, and of course, something like a soldering iron. I thought they were going to use lasers. Obviously, this is where I'm watching too many American TV shows about sleep labs and laser beams. But I thought the methods were pretty. He was cutting it with a kind, I don't know, surgical thing like a scissors, but not quite like a scissors. And he was also using a soldering iron and. He gave me local anaesthetic, and the last one he was doing when he was removing the I told him I could feel a little bit of heat and it was getting a bit sore, but then he was finished. And I was told to come back something like 6 weeks later. It could be a few little scars, but I was treated very well. They didn't do anything. I have no complaints about them. I of course thought the methods were very primitive. I said, just like something like from 50 or 100 years ago. I said, this now. So I went back. After 6 weeks, they were still hadn't totally healed up, but they were nearly there. She said, the dermatologist she said they should eventually heal up and disappear. Well, there's going to be a few little scares or whatever, but I was reasonably happy, and so was she. I must have said thanks to her. I was actually thinking because it was coming near Christmas. That's probably that's visit. Maybe that was October. So you're talking a little over 2 months before I was going to send a card to say thanks, and they did clear up fairly well. I mean, if of course I can kind of tell where they were, but anybody else, I'm not the sort of person that walks around. I always wear, even in the summer, even the hottest of summers, I wear a t-shirt, a collar neck t-shirt, but you wouldn't notice that. They done a very good job. They did what they were supposed to do, and they done it well. Very happy with it. So what happened in 1999? I don't want to go through much too. I was in no more hospitals now. So 2000, I think I actually went to Spain. This is the first time ever going abroad. It was around the beginning of December. There was no actual direct flights to Alicante at the time from Dublin. I think we had to go to Malaga, me and my uncle. He had hired out a car, but it was only a little Fiat Cinquenta, and there was no radio in it either. So, but I really enjoyed this. I loved it. We had to drive could have been over 600 miles all the way from Malaga, and it was just fantastic. Actually, the first night it was getting dark. We actually had to stay in a hotel. It was pitch black. You couldn't see in front of you even with the headlights on, and we didn't know till the next morning. We nearly went over a cliff edge. Couldn't believe it. And we went in, we stayed there. And the next day, I can't drive, so he wouldn't have joined us. I was looking around, it was like something out of the semi-arid. It was something, you actually, the spaghetti westerns with Clint Eastwood, like to go for a fistful of dollars. The first fistful of dollars for a few dollars more, and it was like you could see Clint Eastwood in the background riding on a horse with his obviously his hat and his poncho, and it was like something else. It was beautiful. The weather was lovely. It was around 19 or 20 degrees Celsius, which is like a summer's day in July in Ireland. But the evens would get a little bit chilly, but it wasn't too bad late in the evens. And then the cricket noise was amazing. Only time I hear cricket noise when you see films in the American films, movies in America, we'd hear the crickets at night time. I remember saying to my uncle that the noise of the crickets, even though he actually had got a villa there recently, and we were staying in that villa, and we were there I think for exactly a week. I really enjoyed it, and I was still taking my medication, of course, and we would go out for a few pints. I think we mostly drank cider. I think it was €2.50 a pint, might be more or less, could have been €2. And we used to do that. I used to have a habit of buying a lot of gifts for people. I remember, I think I bought, I'm not sure, I remember buying tequila. That wasn't there. I think it might have been the next time. I bought 2 bottles, very good quality tequila. And I used to buy other gifts and presents, just the way it was. I never like to go back empty-handed. And I used to love what do you call the fan things? There's another name for them in Spanish. It used to be, I lost them all. Like, they were beautifully decorated. Like, they were really very well made. I wish I knew where they were. I can't remember where I put them. I bought, because I bought them again a few years later. I must have had between 5 and 10 of them. Now, I know they're very feminine. I mean, women use them obviously for keep the heat down in the summer, and they're kind of like beautiful patterns on them. Like, they're not lace obviously, but they're feminine because the way they're made now. But they're just beautiful. I just love them. But I don't know what happened to them. I think I might have one left. I obviously get 1 or 2 for presents, but I kept at least 5 for myself. And I also I bought a few other things as well there. There was some great stuff, and a very reasonable price, much cheaper than in my own country. So we're getting on now. This is up to Christmas 2010. Next time I talk to you. God bless. Goodbye, everybody. Thanks.